Why'd I always feel pressure? There is a very ordinary truth in adult life. Sometimes nothing dramatic is happening, yet you still feel a constant pressure inside. Everything on the outside looks normal. You still go to work, still complete your responsibilities, still live your days as usual. But somewhere in your mind there is a quiet tension, as if something unseen is always weighing on you. And in a quiet moment, you may ask yourself a very honest question. Why'd I always feel pressure? You and I probably live in a very similar rhythm. Every morning when we wake up, our mind immediately begins to think about work, plans, and the things that must be completed during the day. When we arrive at work, we try to do our best and fulfill our responsibilities. But at the same time, many other thoughts continue running in the background. Worries about finances, concerns about family, thoughts about the future, and the feeling that we have not achieved enough yet. Pressure does not always come from the outside world. Often it comes from how our mind responds to what is happening. For example, two people may do the same job, but experience it very differently. One person finishes the work and leaves it there. The other carries the work in their mind the entire day. The job has already ended, but the mind has not let go. That attachment keeps the pressure alive. From a Buddhist perspective, pressure appears when the mind is constantly chasing too many things at once. The mind compares itself with others, worries about things that have not happened yet, and tries to control situations that are beyond its ability. When the mind insists that everything must go according to its expectations, even a small disruption can immediately create tension. Try to look back at your day. How many moments does your mind truly rest? When you are working, the mind thinks about something else. When you are at home, the mind goes back to work. When you talk with someone, another worry quietly appears in the background. When the mind is pulled in many directions at once, it easily becomes tired and tense. Buddhism does not treat pressure as an enemy that must be completely eliminated. Instead, it invites us to look at how the mind is functioning. When the mind learns to return to the present moment, much of the pressure naturally softens. When eating, just eat. When walking, just walk. When working, focus only on the task in front of you. These simple acts help the mind stop feeding unnecessary streams of thought. Sometimes the exhaustion we feel is not because life itself is too heavy. It is because our mind is trying to carry too many things at the same time. When we slowly learn to release some of those thoughts, the weight inside the heart begins to lighten. So before we end this video, I would like to ask you a very honest question. Recently, is the pressure you feel truly coming from life itself, or from the thoughts your mind is holding too tightly? If you have ever felt this way, share your thoughts in the comment section below. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.